Welcome everyone to my SHF Figuarts comparison for the One Piece Monkey to Luffy with the most recent releases by Bandai to Machinations. So on the left is last year's for the Raid on Onigashima line, and on the right is the recent release this year for the Romance Dawn line. And really it's a quick comparison between the overall build, the sculpts, the accessories, do some head swaps, some comparisons with other One Piece characters before giving you my final verdict. Starting off with the packaging, both of them use the standard medium-sized box with the same design and format with the logo, stickers and titles. The only difference is the photo of the figure. At the top, both of them have the straw hat cutout as well as the matte background, and on the sides we have the usual titles and logos, and at the back we have the figure in different poses. So here is the first look at the Luffy SHF Figuarts collection. Once again, on the left the Raid on Onigashima, on the right the Romance Dawn. So both of them representing the lines really well, at the same time keeping that classic look of the Luffy character. So both of them have the straw hat, we have the red top, the shorts and the sandals. The main real difference is the costume design and colours. You can see with the Raid on Onigashima he uses the long sleeves with the open button. We have some orange shorts as well as a purple waistband, and then the Romance Dawn one has the sleeveless look with the buttoned up red vest, and we also have some blue shorts. As for the straw hat, which is one of the main classic looks, they do seem to use the exact same design and materials, so there's not much of a difference there, and it's the same for the sandals, they look like the exact same ones. In terms of the proportions and height, you can see the Raid on Onigashima is slightly bigger in terms of the body, in terms of the width. The hands are slightly bigger as well. As for the height, I think they are very similar. They don't seem to have much of a difference. But the overall body, I think the Raid on Onigashima is slightly bigger, and that does make sense since he is in the latter stages of the series, whereas this one is more from the early parts, so it's a younger Luffy. So first look, I do like both of them. Of course, if you want that classic look, then the Romance Dawn is for you. But if you're watching the latest series, of course, then the Raid on Onigashima is something a bit more exciting. And now let's take a look at the different accessories, starting off with the head sculpt with the different face expressions. So the Raid on Onigashima one uses the more serious look with the closed mouth, whereas the Romance Dawn one has a smiling look. For the alternative face sculpts, I swapped it out with the head sculpt without the straw hat. So for the Raid on Onigashima, this time we have a smiling look for Luffy, and for the Romance Dawn one we have a laughing face with the open mouth. For the third faceplate, we have some angry faces for Luffy with the Raid on Onigashima with the gritted teeth, and for the Romance Dawn we have the full-on angry face, but it can also be used for some comedy poses. And for the fourth and final faceplate for the Raid on Onigashima, we have the full-on animated look with the pop-out eyes and tongue for that shocked look, and for the Romance Dawn we have him munching onto the meat. And the good news, not always the case, but you can interchange the face sculpts with each other. And next up, let's take a look at the different hand accessories. So right out of the packaging, both of them include the closed fisted hands for those punching poses. Both include a set of grappler hands for the action poses. And for the third set, both figures include some palm hands in their own different styles. And this is where the real difference kicks in, as the Romance Dawn one includes an extra right hand with the pointing of the finger, as well as an extra left hand to hold on to his favourite food, which is the meat on the bone, and this of course can be paired up with that face sculpt. So now for the size comparisons, here it is next to the SHF Figuarts the Raid on Onigashima Zoro, and here it is next to the SHF Figuarts the Raid on Onigashima Sanji, and here it is next to the SHF Figuarts Netflix One Piece show with Luffy, as well as the SHF Figuarts Netflix One Piece show Zoro. And here it is next to an SHF Figuarts Goku, as well as next to a Marvel Legends Spider-Man, and next to a Mafex Joker. So now for my final verdict on the SHF Figuarts Luffy comparison, as both figures are nice in their own way with the different costume design and faceplates for their respective lines. I do prefer the Romance Dawn one slightly more due to the classic design as well as the colours, and in my opinion I think it has the better face sculpts. I also really like the meat on the bone, it's a great addition to really upgrade the displays, and the design of the costume allows better movement in the articulation. I didn't mention it in this comparison, but in my full review of the Raid on Onigashima one, I did say it needed a bit of work on the right arm as it was slightly loose, and the articulation isn't ideal with the long sleeves and the waistband, but I really like the animated frightened face sculpt included in this one. Both of the figures lack the long limbs, but we know they are doing the accessories pack for the Romance Dawn version at least, and both figures are interchangeable with each other with the faceplates, so it's great if you have both of them. So overall I'm going to say the Romance Dawn is the better choice, but you may want the Raid on Onigashima version for the new displays and put it next to the other characters. Check out my reviews of both of the Luffy figures as well as the other ones in the One Piece line, as well as stay tuned to more SHF Figuarts content. Thanks for watching.